Hey guys, I'm SJ, welcome to my channel. Today I am taking part in a major collaboration with lots of other YouTubers all about why we should value vloggers. And my story is a little bit different because I actually got into vlogging from being one of the brand managers who used to hire vloggers to promote my brands. So yeah, I worked in an ad agency for 10 years. So this year I've really started working on my own YouTube channel, though I've been on YouTube for a while as a sponsored vlogger for Channel Mum. Channel Mum is one of the biggest online mum villages and really supports mums motherhood to make everything better. And for me, that was just what attracted me into vlogging, was through a passion, which is motherhood. But it's really interesting to see how people respond when vloggers promote brands. And I find it quite bamboozling that we hate it so much if we see that hashtag ad. We see our statistics just drop, people turn off as soon as it is mentioned, people even unsubscribe and unfollow people just for posting an ad. So I wanted to tell you today how that process actually works and why the hashtag ad on YouTube is actually one of the most authentic pieces of advertising in the world, how it is really shaping the way that brands and products talk in the boardroom about us, about people at home like you and me who are actually looking to buy their products, and why mums especially are the most important people on the internet. So you imagine advertising 10 years ago, and totally gone are the days when brands could just shout about their product to a million people who were sat down at 7:30 every single night to watch Coronation Street. As our viewing habits have changed, you know, we're always dual screening, we watch everything on catch up, we fast forward the ads, even me who work in advertising. You know, we are no longer willing to just be shouted at and told about the products. We will only lean in and engage when we really want to. We've got so much information at our fingertips, we can be really picky and choosy about what it is we watch. So the ad industry has had to totally change, and all the conversations in the boardrooms are now, what are people actually interested, and how are these products going to make a difference actually in their lives, because we can no longer afford just to yell stuff until they buy it. And mums are the most important people on the internet, and the most important people for brands to understand actually, because we make up the biggest buyers. We are buying the most stuff online. The highest e-commerce products for brick and click like supermarkets is laundry products, and who is doing most of the laundry? It is us mums. We're doing something like 4 loads of laundry a day, and yet there are hardly any mums working in creative departments at ad industries. Literally I know 2 in my entire career. So even though we're so important for brands to understand mums and get proper insights into us and understand just how their products can actually genuinely make our lives better, most of the ads that are being written by people who are just out of art school and are relying on lots of research, millions of pounds spent on that research just to understand what a normal day in the life of a mum is like. And that is a bit bonkers. The other big shift in advertising is media agencies shifting their focus from TV, where people aren't so sort of lean forward and engaged in the ads anymore, and shifting all that money and spend onto digital spaces. And that's why we are seeing so many ads online now, and we resent it a bit because online is kind of where we go to hang out with our friends and to watch stuff we're interested in, and yet we're now seeing so many ads there. But online is also, if you think about it, the first place you go when you want to know about a product you're about to buy, especially a big ticket product like a new TV or a buggy or a pram, something that's really important to you. That is where real life reviews and real life experiences become so crucial in the buying process. And of course brands have honed in on that, and they can see if we want our product to be taken seriously and we want to sell more, we need to be there at that moment and giving people the real product experience firsthand and as authentically as possible, because that's what we as people demand now. So suddenly our day-to-day lives are pivotal to these huge brands and these huge products, from how we clean our school uniforms to the cleaning products we use to make our lives easier, and how we really feel about giving our kids a little bit of sugary cereal now and then. That is key now for brands and products to understand, so that they can make the products that we actually want, because if we're not going to lean in and take any interest in it, there is absolutely no point in them making it, because it's not going to sell anymore. So when a brand is choosing to work with a vlogger, they will be looking for somebody who totally matches their brand ethos, somebody who would genuinely use that product, and they just want to know how that product changes and makes their lives simpler and easier. And the more we support that shift in advertising, the more important everyday motherhood becomes, and our genuine opinions become, and that changes the conversations in boardrooms and products all over the country. I hope that it means that our daughters when they become mothers, their voices are more important than this whole old-fashioned stay-at-home full-time mum thing. It empowers women in the creative industries, and it allows people to use just their everyday experience for good. Every single vlogger, their whole business is trust. If a big brand that I work on makes a big clanger and does something terrible, it's a little dent. Whereas if a vlogger does, they could lose their trust in their audience overnight. So obviously if you're spotting a vlogger who you think is doing stuff just for the bucks and it really doesn't feel authentic, unfollow them. But 99.9 times that vlogger has thought very carefully about if this is a product that they like, if they match the ethos, and they will be earning an absolute tiny percentage of what traditional advertising would spend just in researching what a mum's life is about. So don't ever feel that a vlogger is selling out or taking a quick buck by making a hashtag ad. They will be working so closely with that brand to make sure that the product works well. They can feed back to the brand your opinion on it as well, and it just means that the conversation is being led by us, and by us mums who really use these products, rather than 25-year-old guys straight out of art school pretending that they understand us. I hope this has been interesting and shed a bit of light on what goes on behind the scenes and how brands are working with vloggers, why you should always be proud to post a hashtag ad, why you should support people for posting a hashtag ad, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Tons of vloggers are taking part and telling all different stories about vlogging, so it is really interesting. If you are a vlogger, if you hire vloggers, or if you're just YouTube curious, then take a look at all the videos linked below, and don't forget to subscribe to me and everyone else taking part, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye guys.